So we are going to continue the continuation of topics that we understood various terminologies and various type of crosses between the various organisms. Now we are going to talk about the structure of chromosome, the ploidy, and various other things. But first, let's talk about the theory that was given by Mendel and later converted by the theory of inheritance that was converted by Walter Sutton and Theodore Boveri. These were the two individuals. Now we are going to talk about their theories today. So first let's take a deep dive in. Mendel did his work in 1866, but he got his results. He understood the plants very well and he submitted his result to all the researchers to identify and analyze his own research. But communication back then was very rough, and also the method of analyzation done by Mendel was not commonly known to all other biologists. They didn't know this type of method of assembling a result into ratios because he expressed his result of the crosses in terms of ratios, right? So this was very weird for the biologist back then because it's a whole different field. Also, the chromosomes that the genes, the factors that Mendel told, he didn't have any proof for that. He just gave his theory that there are some factors which are responsible for the genetic transfer from parents to the offspring. He didn't have any proof for that. So that's why it was pretty rough. But in 1900s, three individual scientists got onto the studies of Mendel and they individually studied his whole work. And after studying his work, these three scientists also studied chromosome because due to various advancement in the modern physics, that was back then physics, a very well microscope was built which could observe chromosome. So his words were coming true. Later in the 1903 or 1902, two scientists, Walter Sutton and Theodore Boveri, they came forward and they researched the theory given by Mendel and they compared the factor given by Mendel and the work of chromosome during cell division parallelly, and they found out that it was very similar. Based on these observations, Walter Sutton and Theodore Boveri, they gave the theory of inheritance in chromosomes. Now, chromosomal theory of inheritance was given by them. So, what is in this theory? In this theory, the two scientists talk about the chromosome, and chromosome are present in pairs. Also, chromosome are considered as the genetic carrier. So this was the first statement that chromosome are the genetic carrier, and the second statement given by them was that chromosome are present in pairs in humans. But during gamete formation, these chromosomes separate from one another and go into different gamete without affecting each other. This was the third law, or the third law and the second law given by Mendel. It was the second law that chromosome separate from one another without affecting the other. It was the second one. Now, the purity of gamete law. So, this statement was the second statement. The third statement that these gametes are male gamete and female gametes. That is N and N. N type because the two N type are present in diploids. So, these are haploids. Now, fusion of these gamete would recover the ploidy of the organism, and fusion occurs during fertilization. When fertilization occurs, these gametes came together, fusion occur, and the ploidy number restores. This was the chromosomal theory of inheritance given by them. Now, based on the above sentences that I said, what are ploidy? Ploidy is nothing but the degree of repetition of primary basic number. And primary basic number is the individual chromosome, not the two homologous chromosomes that are present. Individual chromosome that are present in the organism. That's it. Thank you.